Hey guys, welcome back to Barry's Corner. It's Emily here, and today I'm going to be reading the Selection series. A while ago, I read the Selection series and then DNF'd it, and I just have so many mixed emotions about this series. I read the Selection, I really enjoyed it. I knew it was not perfect, but it was definitely entertaining. So then I went on to the Elite, and I could not stand this book. It took me months and months to complete, and so when I finally did, I went on to the one and I just could not take it anymore and I DNF'd it. So I kept these novels because although I didn't really enjoy them, I knew these were so many different people's favorite books, and I just felt like I owed it to them, owed it to these books, owed it to myself to complete it because I got so far and I just never finished it. After I finished the books and DNF'd it, I went into a really long reading slump. So every single time that I did want to pick it up and try to, I had such negative emotions, but I think now is definitely the time to do it. I just finished reading Ignite Me by Tahereh and Mafi, and that is a dystopian series, and this is a dystopian series as well. If you don't know what this is about, it's basically a cross between The Hunger Games and The Bachelor. That's what everybody advertises it as. It follows a girl named America, and in her world, they're separated by districts, and the higher the number, the lower the income. So she's in a pretty low income district. And at the time, the prince, who I believe is about to become the king, he's holding a bachelor type competition where one girl from each district can apply to enter the competition. And her family, America's family, really wants her to apply because while they're at the competition, the palace sends the family money and they really need it. However, at this time, America has a boy back home situation that nobody knows about because he's in a district lower than her. Of course, she applies thinking nothing of it, and then of course she gets in because it's the series. So I am excited to read the first book. I think this was the book that I was the most excited about and the one that I loved the most, and I'm really excited, but I'm worried for the next two. I feel like once I continue reading, I'm going to grow more and more frustrated with the characters because everybody that I hear that has read this book loves the romance but kind of hates the main characters. So let's see what happens. I'm excited yet nervous, and I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. Hey guys, so I am 100 pages into the Selection, and I was completely wrong with my synopsis. There are only 8 districts and 35 girls that are accepted into the Selection, so there is no way that one girl per district is admitted into the Selection. I was completely wrong. I don't know where I got that from, but America is one of the 3 fives that get selected. So it's a big rarity, I guess. But so far we've seen her and Aspen, which is her girl boy back home type character. We see how much they love each other, and then we get to see their breakup, and then we see her selected. Not much has happened so far. We haven't even met the prince, but I'm enjoying it. I can definitely see all the imperfections, but it's good entertainment and I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I'm just waiting for the frustration that will likely occur. I don't know. So yeah, I will update you guys in another 100 pages. Hey guys, so I am 230 pages into the Selection, and we are getting somewhere. It is still not good, but it is definitely entertaining, and I know I say that word a lot, and I will continue to say that word a lot because it truly encompasses this whole entire series. So far, all the events that have occurred have no rhyme or reason to it. The author just places it there because she wants it there to advance the plot, and I mean, who cares? I definitely don't care. We've seen Maxon and America meet, and they agree to just be friends, but one thing I don't like about their dynamic is how disrespectful America is. Like, she literally knees him in the groin, and I'm like, what the heck? I understand why the author does that because she's like, oh, she's not like other girls, and that's why Maxon likes her. But no, because before she was talking about how you could never disrespect the law, and here she is disrespecting her prince. It just doesn't, no, it doesn't make sense. But whatever, who cares? The book doesn't make sense. Aside from that, there's been an attack on the castle, and she helps him out with political stuff, but other than that, nothing else has happened. I'm enjoying it. There's so many flaws, but it's entertaining, as I said before, and I will continue to say. And yeah, I only have 100 pages left, so I will update you guys a little bit later. So I finished the first book, and I have some feelings. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I really liked the ending with Aspen becoming a part of the Royal Guard and him and America seeing each other more. It set up a good plot for the second book. And we know it's not perfect. We know it has some flaws. And we know that I'm not going to give it a 5 stars. However, I think I'm going to give it a 4 stars. No, hear me out. Hear me out. We know it's not a literary masterpiece. We know that. But what it was advertised as, like a cheesy, cringy, dystopian romance, this book does it so well. And I really enjoyed it. The romance was so cute. It was slow burn. And I just enjoyed it. It was so good. It wasn't 5-star good, but it was 4-star. And y'all can like challenge me in my star rating. But I think it was that's a perfect star rating for what this book gave us. I'm kind of nervous to get into the second book because that was the book that got me into a reading slump. But again, with how this book ended, I think I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good, and hopefully I don't go into a reading slump. So yes, I will update you guys 100 pages into the next book. So I'm 100 pages into The Elite, and I was just chilling and vibing because the romance is already kind of established, and I love seeing Maxon and America together. They are honestly so cute. However, in the last couple of pages that I read, a scene occurred that something really bad happened to the character Marley. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. And it honestly made me tear up. I forgot that scene was in this book. And how can a cheesy, cringy YA dystopian romance make me feel something? How can they do it? But they did. She did it. That scene was honestly so freaking powerful and emotional. Like, I cannot. I'm also worried because America and Maxon have already profess their love for each other, and there's 230 pages left, so I know that there's going to be a lot more conflicts, and then there's a whole other book with another like 300 pages, so I know that there's going to be a lot more conflict within those two characters, and I think that's my pet peeves in romance books. Like, that's why I cannot read after, because they're thick, 5 thick books that are just between those two characters, and there's so many different conflicts. It drives me insane. I don't know. So I don't know. I'll update you guys later. Hey guys, so I am 200 pages into The Elite, and the political aspect has definitely taken the forefront of the story, but I don't really mind because at the core this is still a romance novel. I am a little bit annoyed though because America, she is kind of conflicted right now because although she has figured out her feelings for Maxon, there's so many other things to take into consideration, like when becoming princess. So now Maxon, because she's all conflicted, he's like, I can't pour all my love into one person just for me to be heartbroken at the end. So he's trying to find other people that he could be in love with as well. And then of course that discourages America. And all of their actions are valid. Like, everything that they do is completely valid. But I just finished watching The Bachelor, and then I'm also watching Miraculous Ladybug, and I feel like I am consuming a lot of romance novels with miscommunication, and I'm freaking frustrated. I'm annoyed. I'm done with communication. So it's not really the story in general. I think it's just miscommunication right now that's driving me insane. I don't know. I don't really know if this book is on par with the first book or how like I'm feeling about it, but I don't really know how this is going to end, and I'm excited to see the ending and continue on into the third book because it's going pretty fast. Like, the first time I read this, I thought it was going very, very slow, and I don't know why I thought that because it's going very, very fast. So I will update you guys when I finish the book. Hey guys, so last night I finished The Elite, and honestly after the 200 page mark I was just done with this book and just rushed to the end. And I honestly think that's because I've never read a romance novel where the male love interest is interested or in love with another woman at the same time. And I mean, I'm sure I have, but it's just different with this book. Like, if I was reading about a polyamorous relationship, they want the another person to be in the relationship. But with this, America is strong, but she's also sensitive. So reading her being upset or frustrated with Maxon falling in love with another girl, I got sad and frustrated as well. Of course, I'm shipping them together, America and Maxon, but also what made me kind of frustrated was America's communication skills. Oh my gosh, this girl does not know how to communicate, and it's pissing me off. Miscommunication is not my thing. I do not like it in romance novels. It should be eradicated from every single one, especially this one, because it's just, there's so many times that America should have said something and it would have solved everything, but she didn't. And so I was just done. I wanted to get to the end, and I did. I actually really enjoyed the ending. I thought it set up for a good third book. I really liked the ending. That was the one thing that I truly, truly enjoyed. And I think this book is on par with the first one. However, I'm skeptical yet excited to get into the third book. One, I'm excited because she's finally done being confused and she's ready to fight for Maxon, and I think that's going to bring their relationship to the next level. However, Aspen's still in the picture, the king absolutely hates her guts, and Maxon doesn't know if he can trust her anymore. And it's just so many things that is going to get in the way, and I know it's going to get in the way, and I know there's going to be a lot of conflict. And honestly, I'm debating on whether or not I want to read that book, but it's the ending. I need to, like, if I don't see them together at the end, this whole thing would have been for nothing. So I'm excited, yet frustrated, and I will update you guys when I'm a little bit into the last and final book. I am 60 pages in to the one, and I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. I'm so mad. The miscommunication is out of this world. What the heck? I'm so done. Okay, so Maxon comes to her and she's like, so do you not love me? And she's like, how can I, like, be certain with you if you're doing this and this and this? And he's like, yeah, but you've done this and this and this. And she's like, well, we can't keep going in circles. And he's like, yeah, we can't keep going in circles. And she's like, well, I saw you with Chris and Celeste. And he was like, I literally already explained this to you. And she was like, well, it still hurt. And he was like, well, I don't know what you want me to say. And then she was like, you know what? Why don't you go focus on the other girls? Because you need to figure it out. And I'm like, you're so dumb. Like, she's upset that he's with other girls. And she literally told him to go to other. It's like, she's so annoying. She shuts down. Like, all she has to do is communicate and be like, it hurts that you're with other girls because I truly, really freaking like you. Like, I'm so annoyed. I'm so freaking annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Hey guys, so I am 160 pages into the one, and I'm enjoying it a little bit more. She still has zero communication skills. No communication skills whatsoever. However, I'm really liking the romance right now. They kind of got to sort of a good place, and then it slowed down, and the political aspect has taken the forefront of the story. And I really like that switch. I thought that switch was done very, very well, and I'm enjoying where the story is going. One thing I don't think the author should have put in there, or like she shouldn't have put too much of it in there, if that makes any sense, was Chris and Maxon. That is the other girl that he's falling for. I just felt like they needed to dial down a little bit. I don't know. I just felt like they put a little bit too much in, and I was like, okay, but whatever. It's in the story. It's there. And I'm excited to see where the end, what happens at the end. I only have 150 pages left, so I'm excited. Okay, guys, pardon my appearance, but I'm 280 pages into the one, and I should have updated you guys when I'm done, because I have less than 50 pages left. But I have so many emotions. I'm actually just like, I can't. Number one, Celeste Redemption Arc, beautiful. I loved her redemption. I love Celeste so freaking much. Like, she's a diva, but she owns up to it, and I can respect that. Second, communication. I am hating America's communication skills. It infuriates me to no end. There was this one scene where the king was giving her an ultimatum, and he was like, well, don't you love Maxon? And she didn't say it because, of course, that's not the right time to say it. But instead of communicating and was like, hey, I don't want to tell you how I feel right now until, like, the time is right. That would have given him reassurance. But you know what she said? Do you know what she said? She's like, I feel like I'm not getting every piece of you. Shut the heck up, America. Dude, what are you saying? You're trying to fight for him by telling, like, oh my gosh, it's so annoying. And now I knew the Aspen situation would come into play. I knew it would come into play because now Maxon's like, I'm not marrying you now, you little hoe. And I don't know. I'll update you guys when I finish because I literally have less than 50 pages left. Again, pardon my appearance, but I finished this book and the ending was the most anticlimactic ending I've ever read. I'm so disappointed in this ending. I endured so much frustration throughout the whole entire series for that ending. That is extremely disappointing. The whole last minute conflict with Aspen did not need to be there. What was the point of that conflict? Like 1000%, that should not have been in this book. It was so stupid. It was like, oh, we still need to resolve the Aspen thing, so let's just put it in at the end with no, like, it just didn't make any sense. Is this book on par with the rest of the series? No. I gave this book a 3 stars. There's so much that I did like. I did like her and Maxon's relationship, and there were some moments where I was like, oh, this is cute. I really, really like this moment. But the rest of the book was extremely infuriating and frustrating. So it got a 3 stars. Overall, the series is entertaining. Very, very, very entertaining. And it did romance dystopian YA very, very well, especially for this to be written in 2007. But I just, no, I'm done. Like, why did I read this series? It was so bad. Like, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Take the first 2 books being a 4 with a grain of salt. Take this being a 3 with a grain of salt. It was still so bad, but it was entertaining. So yeah, this was this video. Kind of regret making it. Kind of regret reading these books. But whatever. I did what I did. So please subscribe. Please comment down below and do whatever you want to do. And goodbye.